Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This simply stocks, and I'm live in this live session with you all. And today I want to talk to you about some of the mid caps which have been doing well earlier, but which have fallen from the top and are looking attractive. Three or four names I'll definitely discuss. Again, whatever I discuss is purely for from an educational point of view. Uh, so take that on note, and I'll discuss about the markets a little bit and then answer your queries as well. So hope your day is going well. It's a Sunday. Hopefully more people will join in. Hi Priya, and we're going to have a detailed discussion on some of the sectors that could perform extremely well over the next 6 to 12 months. I believe going forward, things should be better, and we are every day as it passes by, with the markets going lower, we are getting closer uh, to a better, you can say, move in the overall market. Morning, Mr. Pawar. uh, Good morning to all. Good morning, Mr. Subramaniam. Thanks for all the support. uh, Richi, hi. So 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 I'll talk about the markets. So I'll talk about stocks later on once I complete my discussion as well. Good morning, Mr. Ayappa. Hi, be kind. Good morning. Uh, so let more people join in for the next 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll have a detailed discussion. I will start the discussion in earnest. Just on lighter note, on the sports front, there are many things going around. And finally, for somebody who's a sports buff who watches a lot, it's a feast going on with the women's hockey World Cup, and we have the cricket. You have the India England series going on, the West Indies Bangladesh series. Uh, and plus, we have the Wimbledon, in which Iga Swiatek lost for the first time in, I think, 37 or 38 matches. Uh, it was a winning streak for her. So I'll just give 1 or 2 minutes on that as well. A tremendous performance by India on day two, and the way Jasprit Bumrah attacked or played against Stuart Broad. So Yuvraj Singh and now Bumrah, with those runs, I think 28 of them through his bat, and there were five or six extras, I think seven extras, and also magnificent performance. India looks set, but this is the partnership that needs to be broken today, and then we are set for a massive lead, and then going ahead, if we can make 150, 200 in the second innings, and with a lead of around 150, we should be fine in order to win the test match. I don't think it will be a draw. I think this will be one way or the other. I think we could be headed towards a victory, but you need to understand one thing is that England do chase well. They have been doing that well, although India has the best bowling lineup currently based on the last 5 years, you can say, record. We should be looking to give a target closer to 400. That would be something that India would be looking at, but that is for later on. First of all, we need to get rid of this partnership. This is the most important partnership. I believe 30% of all England's, you can say, batting is between these two. So this is something that needs to be broken. Rishabh Pant, so I have seen it from close quarters here in Dehradun in Uttarakhand. He used to play here and then went to play for Delhi in the Ranji, and then later on played for India. So he is a maverick. He is a kind of a player who doesn't care as to what the seniors would say or what others would say with respect to giving respect to bowlers, etc. And this is what is required at the moment, because batting at number five or six, you would be coming in either of the two situations where either you're down four down for about 50, 60, or you are four for 400. In both the situations, you have to move along. Magnificent performance by Rishabh Pant. I think he was set for a 200 here, and that's why he was disappointed. I think I remember Adam Gilchrist scoring 200 in very quick time. I think 153 balls or something like that, 152 or 153 balls in Joelberg in 2002 against South Africa. So I remember that innings. I think Rishabh Pant may just beat that in the years to come, and he might just hit 200, 250 one day. So I think he's in the mold of Brandon McCullum, and so magnificent performance by Pant, magnificent by Jadeja and Bumrah, and with the ball as well. So hopefully things should go along. Indian women's hockey team play today in a very crucial match against England. Both teams are favorite with New Zealand and China in the group as well. So hopefully, if India can at least get a draw, if not a win in this first match, should get their campaign going. So this is a very important World Cup, because I believe that India has a chance here the way they played in the Olympics. So if they can just do well in the league phase, that is the most important phase for all Indian hockey sides whenever they have major events. And if they do well there, I think in the knockouts also they should do well once they have the practice. So that's another thing. Iga Swiatek losing, uh, that was remarkable. But Elise Cornet, the player that she is, uh, she has been in the top three. I think she was number one once, and due to injuries she could not play. So magnificent performance by her, magnificent comeback after many years. And so this draw opens up with respect to the women's draw. Simona Halep is quietly going through the ranks, so hopefully she would be in there in the top four. And also they're also looking good. I think Rafael Nadal versus Djokovic in the men's section would be something to look forward to. So tennis, cricket, hockey, all going through, and then we have the Commonwealth Games at the end of the month. So the big July month coming in. Coming back to the markets and not deviating much, I think this will be a big July month for the markets as well. I believe that there should be a rally in July. Out of the last 6 years, at least four, at least five of them have been extremely good in the month of July. So I'm hoping for a decent rally in July, and then a decline in August and September. Taking that into consideration, I've thought about two or three sectors, some stocks that which could do well during the festive season, and we need to keep an eye there. So uh, if you have money, unlike me, if you have money and you have some investment amount or trading amount left with you, although I'm totally invested at the moment, then there are stocks that have come down very sharply. I was looking at some of the stocks, they have gone down very sharply in the mid and small cap arena. Again, all these stocks are for educational purposes, so you should do your own research on them. One of them, of course, is Century Plyboard, which has come down around 25% from the top, around 500, 550, 520. It's meandering there, it's not doing anything. I think from October onwards, you will definitely see a big move in here because of this festive cheer and all. Remember, 2022 will be the first clean year of festival season in which people will go out and buy. Yes, there is high inflation. Yes, there is a problem with the amount of money people have with them. But I think things should be much better than 2020 and 2021. Century Plyboard is one. Another stock that people have forgotten after, you can say, its IPO, and during the IPO there was a lot of hype and hoopla and all. Even I traded in it and made money in it. But this is Nika. Now Nika, interestingly, made a high of 2600, went to 1200. Currently it's meandering again at 1400 odd. There could be a situation where the June numbers, September numbers might not be that great, but this is a stock to buy around September, August, September, and probably trade for 3 to 4 months for a 20-30% move. I think this could do well if you can get it anywhere closer to 1300, 1350, very well. But even these levels are good if you are patient. I think by January you could see 2000 plus on Nika. Uh, I think there's a clear possibility there, because this year again online sales from Nika would be much better. So another stock to look forward to. A third stock, Again, in the consumer centric segment is Polycab. I believe Polycab has fallen a lot from the top. I think this is one of the stocks that one should keep an eye on for a breakout. Once it goes past 2350, 2400, it's a big buy. And I won't be surprised if it touches even 3000 if the real move comes in the market by January or so. So this is all 6 to 8 months trades, but all these three four stocks look good. Another one to look forward to during the, you can say, the wedding season, two of the stocks, and one you can definitely guess, and probably you can just write the name. So one is, perhaps everybody know about it. The second one I want to talk to you about is Vedant Fashion. I think Vedant Fashion at these levels and on declines to 900, preferably around 900. If not, then around these levels, 1000, if it moves up, I think this is a good 20% play again by January or so. I think Vedant Fashions should do well. Another, as I said, the wedding play is of course Titan, the evergreen play. Now Titan is interestingly has fallen a lot from 2600. I think it has gone from 2600, 2650 all the way to 1800. One can start accumulating here. I don't see a huge downside in here. But what will happen is you could see a rally to 2000, 2100, and then probably it will march back to 1800 by September. So you can take your pick. This is how it looks. You could buy in August, late August, or you could buy now. Both things would do. You can split it up. This is something that could definitely perform by January, and the December quarter could be big for them because there have been a lot of opening up and then closing of their shops over the last 2 years. So I think numbers should be much better this time around in December. So again, by January, I see 2500, 2600 coming in on Titan. And another two stocks actually, which are in which I am also invested from a long term point of view, 10, 15-year point of view, are Asian Paints and Pidilite. I still believe, although there's stiff competition, Grasim coming up with expansion and many other stocks coming up with a lot of paint stuff, I still believe the way Asian Paints is behaving on charts and the way Asian Paints have produced the numbers, I don't see it sustaining 2600, 2700 a lot. That means it's not going to go down, but I think it could just catch up with 3000 and stay there. So these are not bad levels to buy. Yes, you could definitely go down 100 rupees, may go to 2600, but again, it will become even more attractive at that time, point of time, because another quarter would have passed by. So again, Asian Paints for a target of 3100, 3200 by January is a big possibility that could happen. Again, Pidilite around 2000 is a very good buy for a target of 2300, 2400 over this period. I think Pidilite have got beaten down just for nothing. So Pidilite will be used, whatever kind of paints are being used. So I think Pidilite is something that looks even more attractive than something like Asian Paint. So these are some of the stocks. You would be knowing about many of them, but these have come down appreciably. There have been many small caps that have come down appreciably. I don't want to talk about them here. Probably will give calls on Patreon, etc. But uh, s- the mid cap and small cap universe have fallen a lot from the highs of October. I think it's time for them to be looked at. Not that they are going to just go up in a hurry, but by September, if this trend continues and suppose they all fall, these all companies fall by another 10% by September, I mean, this would be a blind buy many of these stocks from a 6 months to a 1 year perspective, even because the stocks have fallen a lot. Many have fallen 30 to 40%, some have fallen 70%, a few have fallen 80% from the top. And the numbers have been decent enough. It doesn't, you can say, deserve to be there, doesn't deserve to be down, say, 50, 70, 80%. All right, so that's the call there. I'm ready to answer your queries. Kindly use the super chat and super sticker feature that will help me grow the channel. That will help you ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Uh, So Kalyan, about Zomato, I feel Zomato is a buy around 40, 30 to 40 rupees. I think there is a chance that the stock may head there. I still feel there is more downside there. And again, if you buy around 35, 40, then it's a trade for a target of 55, 60. That's just about it. I don't think it's a stock that you could just invest on, because companies like Paytm, Zomato, etc., these kind of companies will hardly make profits, even if they make profit someday. The reason is, you could see it. I mean, in India, it is very difficult to take out money from people's hands, and especially from food point of view, because the unorganized sector in the food industry is even bigger. So the way Zomato orders are, I have checked myself, that if you're ordering something for 100 rupees, actually, if you're ordering something and it is for 150 rupees overall after delivery and everything, it would come for 100 rupees if you can just buy it from that place. So there's a lot of difference. 40 to 50% is a huge difference with respect to just delivering home. Probably 100 could become 120. So again, the margins will be kicked out then. So it will be very difficult for Zomato to make money. So, and avoid completely. I can talk about NBCC, Neeraj. I believe NBCC is very attractive at 28, 29. If you have a 2 year point of view, I think it's a doubler over 2 years. Looks very good at 28, 29. But one needs to have at least a 2 or even a 3 year point of view to make big money here. The stock is attractive. I won't be able to suggest Nagaraju about mid cap stocks separately on pharma. So KPIT, a disclaimer, I am invested in the stock. I believe that the stock could double over the next 2 years. I am very confident about it. I think the kind of numbers that it is producing, it's only going to increase with. I remember that the taxes have got reduced to zero, I think, on EVs. That will help only companies which are serving EVs, such as KPIT. So things are looking brighter with acquisitions and lower taxes, etc. I think it's a matter of time before it moves. So I'm positive on it. Tata Chemicals is attractive at these levels, but we have to see how far it has gone with respect to its EV play. So we'll know it about with after the results probably. But yes, one can start accumulating. Polycab, I have already talked about, Abhijit, so you can reverse the tape. I believe it's attractive at these levels. So Priya, L&T Infotech for me looks better. Uh, a lot of things have happened with respect to merger, etc., and the stock has fallen because of that. But I think everything is priced in by now. One can start accumulating in uh, in 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 the stock. Okay. I won't say that get into Tech Mahindra. I think TCS at these levels look good rather than a Tech Mahindra or any other large cap IT. I think large cap IT with the buyback at 4,500, TCS looks good if there is a run up in the IT space. So rather than Jubilant Ingrevia, Atharv, I would say that one should look at something like Jubilant Foodworks. Uh, Totally different company, but I think Jubilant Foodworks, the way it is behaving, looks good for a 15-20% move in the next 6 months. I think a lot of things have been factored in again on Jubilant Foodworks around 500. So now it's time to probably move up. That's what it looks like, but do your own analysis on the stock as well. So PSP projects is good. Some of very few companies in this industries like Gayatri, PSP projects, these kind of KNR construction, these kind of companies are better in the infrastructure space, but I would just stay away from it with the higher interest rate environment. That's the call. I would say, Nagaraju, neither. I'm not seeing a lot of traction in the chemical space because of problems in the exports and many other things. Probably look at other sectors. That would be my say. Mrityunjay, thank you for your contribution. Can KPIT and Ajanta Soya be accumulated at these levels? Well, KPIT, yes. As far as Ajanta Soya is concerned, if you have done the complete analysis with respect to the company, only then get ahead and buy. Otherwise, I think you can probably buy KPIT at these levels and on dips to something like what's that? Something like 470, 480. That would be a better levels to get it. I would say Ajanta Soya, I won't say you buy. See, these kind of companies do well when the commodity prices rise because they increase the prices even more. With the reversal of commodity prices, I think the stock is going to suffer. Another thing is that it's just a 400 crore market cap company. So do your own analysis and take a call. I won't be able to comment much on the stock. Yes, it's a possibility. Be kind. I think Nifty can go to 14,500, but that could be in September or so. So that is why I'm saying that there could be another opportunity. But I think in July, we could see a decent rally in the market. That's my assessment. Although anything can happen, we could fall in July, August, and September all. And for all you know, we could be at 14,000. So that's the thing, and that is why I think in this market it is very very important that even if you're taking a 3 to 4 month trade, the stocks should be such that you are able to, and the money that you're putting in should be such that you're able to hold the stock from a 2 year point of view, even if it's a 2 month trade, 1 month trade, etc. I would say avoid Reliance Industry, Priya. Look at the news, etc. Yes, there could be a short-term move, but I think it could be range bound for at least a month or so. So if you're buying short-term and not to buy at these levels, long-term, yes, one can start accumulating. It has come to decent levels. So that's the call. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being online. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you get my videos straight away when I post. And kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.